G'day, Kevin Hillier, Steve Tom here with a preview of round 16 of the Western Region Footy League. We really are at the business end of the season now, Tomsy. Division 3, Albanvale take on North Sunshine.
Yeah, Albanvale should bounce back in a big way, but North Sunshine, they're having a great season. Well done to them, but Albanvale.
5 weeks ago, this would have been an easy game to pick the winner of, but now it's not. Braybrook and the Wyndham Suns.
Well, Braybrook's sitting on the bottom of the ladder. They won't like that. Jamie Lane is, coach over the last 5-6 weeks. Would want to rebound and get off that area. And Wyndham Suns, I mean, you don't know if they're hot or cold. They've really had a bad. I think 5 of the last 6 they've lost. The Wyndham Suns. So I might go with Braybrook in this, especially up at Braybrook. The way momentum's right against the Wyndham Suns at the moment.
Sanctuary Lakes take on Tarneit.
Yeah, Sanctuary Lakes. I think the young group there. I think they've got that sniff of finals again. They had a taste of it last year. I think they're pretty keen to finish it off the last couple of rounds of the season. But Tarneit, once again, they're having a great season.
A radio match of the day is Lebanon and Parkside at Laverton.
Looking forward to this game. It's going to be a great game. Parkside stood up big time last week against Albanvale. But, geez, Laverton, they've still got that glimmer, that small glimmer of reaching the 4 to be playing finals football. So Foreman, I think, was in one of the best for him last week. He holds a big key to that Laverton side if they are going to put any pressure on Parkside this week. But I can't see him beating Parkside.
Division 2 games. First up, we've got Wintervale and Caroline Springs. Caroline Springs are really disappointing on the weekend.
Yeah, look, they're a young group. They're bodies and, they're a smaller group. They've got some outstanding young talent, make no mistake about that. But, look, I don't think, Wintervale Falcons, they're just, they know what it's all about now, and I think they'll come home with a pretty convincing win, Kev.
And you would think the same with West Footscray and Sunny Heights?
Yeah, West Footscray, very impressed with them last week. They've restructured a lot. They look good.
Glen Orden take on North Footscray.
North Footscray, they were a good bit of a fear put up in that last quarter last week, the North Footscray team. But Glen Orden, I don't think they're going to be any match for North Footscray, who are really starting to play some good football this time of year. And that last quarter last week against Wrfl, where they kicked 9 goals against them, I think that would have been good for North Footscray to have a bit of a look to see where they're at in that situation again.
Wrfl Nichols take on Manor Lakes.
Yeah, well, if momentum's going away after that last quarter of last week, Wrfl Nichols should have a pretty convincing win. But well done to Manor Lakes. They've changed things around, been more than competitive the last couple of weeks. Disappointing season for them, but they've got something to build on for the future, I think, now.
Good on you, Robbie May, who's taken over as coach in the last couple of weeks. Division 1 games, Spotty have the bye, so Sunshine take on Hoppers Crossing.
Oh, what a huge game. Gee, there's some huge games coming up in Division 1. Hoppers Crossing, I think, should win this one. I think the good players should stand up. But Sunshine Kangaroos, Brendan Hallinan and the whole match committee and the whole club have done an outstanding job. They're a big chance, actually, of playing finals football. If you had said that 6 weeks ago, it would have been no way known. But I don't think they're going to get the points against Hoppers Crossing, and it might come down to that last round 18 against Altona.
Deer Park take on a very disappointing team called St Albans.
Oh, yeah. Look, Deer Park will win this and win it convincingly. A couple of players are starting to filter back into that Deer Park lineup. All the good players are starting to work their way back through, and the depth that they've got's good, putting pressure on each other. So you've got to work pretty hard at Deer Park to get a spot in that team now. St Albans, it's just, as I said, gobsmacked with some of their performances over the last month.
Werribee Districts take on Port Colts. It's been a tough year for Port Colts.
Yeah, been a tough year. 420, I think they kicked last week. As Brad Julie mentioned to us last Saturday night, there's some good signs. They'll give it all they can, Colders. But Werribee Districts, they're the real deal. They are a genuine good side, and a game that they probably were well behind for 85% of the game last week against St Albans, to bounce back the way they did in that last quarter. That's a sign to me of a good side to kick 9 goals in one quarter.
And Altona will play Albion.
Yeah, Altona will win this. I'll tell you what, if they're not desperate, sometimes you don't see anything of Altona when everything should be going their way. Their scoreline again last week was very average, but they really have to work hard to hold on a 5th spot if they want it. It's simple as that. If they want it, it's there. They'll beat Albion, but once again, Albion, like Port Colts, will make sure they make a contest out of it.
Right, that's our preview of round 16 of the Western Region Footy League. Get out and see some local footy.